What's an NSFW confession you've been dying to share anonymously?
Story 1.
Met a girl on Tinder who I had a super casual relationship with for a few months. We both knew it wouldn't lead to more, but the beep was incredible. We would have incredibly kinky beep too, and it was generally a lot of fun. It ended when she moved away for work, but I saw her 2 years later when I attended my cousin's engagement party. Turns out, my cousin lived in the same city that she moved to, and they both dated and got engaged and eventually married. We were both shocked to see each other, but played it off like we never met, and swore to never tell my cousin. Penguin Panopticon replied, "Lord, I pray I am never the cousin." Gold and Jade replied, "Not as crazy of a situation, but I had a thing with this guy in college that was never serious, but very physical, and on and off for years. A decade after the last time I saw him, I find out he's married to someone who seems to be a fourth cousin once removed on my dad's side, that I haven't met. But my more distant cousin that married my ex is also childhood friends with my mom's first cousin. So now they're all close and drink together. I live on the opposite side of the ocean from my hometown, which makes it all so much weirder because my ex is from this side of the ocean. Only told my maternal cousin I knew my ex in college, but did not give details. I did tell another mutual maternal cousin more, so it's possible she might spill the beans, but I don't really care at this point."
Story 2.
Pretend C1719 commented, "I used to be part of a dancing or singing group while I was in high school, and we used to travel a lot on weekends to perform all around our country and some surrounding ones. We are from Europe, and once we were staying in a Catholic school or dormitory that's part of a larger monastery. They rented out the kids' rooms during weekends when they go home to travelers, and we as a large group rented the whole place. Our group, being mostly made up of high school and college kids, did some nasty things and brought booze and weed and drank and had fun in rooms around the dorm. The room assigned to me was across the head priest or whatever he was, who was running the school and dorms. And I kind of got drunk together with a girl who was in our group and had beep with her in my room twice on the same night. We didn't really sleep that night, and I snuck her out early in the morning because we were supposed to be in different parts of the dormitory, since they have split up boys and girls dorms. I don't know how, but in the next morning the priest commended our group as one of the quieter and well-behaved ones."
Story 3.
Aegis E.T. Vonnier commented, "Not me, but my sister told me it. At 17, she once had a nightmare our mom had died. One of those really sucky nightmares where nothing outlandish can tip you off to its falsehood. So when she woke up, she ran down the hallway in a delirious fit of fright and burst into our parents' room." A bit of context before I continue. Both parents had thought the other had locked their door, and they had coincidentally also woken up early but under much more positive circumstances. She didn't walk in on them in the act, but they were both beeped and into some foreplay. She said she was so happy mom was alive. It didn't immediately register what she was seeing. How dark it was that early also helped, and went right to expressing her relief until our very alive mother gave her a very loud, "Get the hell out of here." So, my sister got the best news in perhaps the worst way. Mom was not only still alive, she was also very much still in love with Dad. Mitchellum replied, "Imagine the door would have actually been locked. She'd be panicking for sure, thinking her nightmare was coming true, because why would the door be locked otherwise?"
Story 4.
Marshall Dill 26 commented, "I was beeping my wife in the back seat of our car, and this guy on a bike rode by looking at us and gave me a thumbs up. I gave him a thumbs up back, and he rode off. Never told my wife." That guy, 2,535, replied, "My high school girlfriend was giving me beep in her car outside my house. I was in the passenger seat. She was tucked down under the glove box. My good friend's sister and two random dudes just so happened to walk by. She noticed me sitting in the car, but couldn't see what was going on. She starts begging me to step out and say hi. I just kept making shit excuses. The two dudes noticed what was going on and started laughing their beeps off. I ended up giving his sister the bag of weed I had with me, knowing she would scurry away to go smoke. This core memory still keeps me up some nights. Mother of Ferrets 84 replied, "Mine was innocent, but didn't look right. My husband dropped something by the center console in the car while on a road trip. I was searching for it with my head down because if I recall correctly, it was very small. A couple pulls up next to us in their car, and my husband makes the hand gesture like he's holding my head while it bobs up and down. These people ended up being near us for the next 2 hours on the road. I was so embarrassed. LOL." Bladjamin replied, "A friend and his girlfriend at the time got into a cab with me. I sat in the front and ended up falling asleep briefly. When I woke, I looked and saw her giving him beep in the back of the cab. He and I locked eyes, exchanged the nice one bro look, and I turned to the front and pretended to sleep for the rest of the ride, so to not interrupt. She dumped him a month later when he told her about it, but he and I have stayed friends for 12 years now."
Story 5.
Simon commented, "Years ago, I was fixing a lag issue with my boyfriend's parents' computer. His dad was the pastor of his church. I was tracking where they downloaded malware, and I noticed a ton of sites in browser history about using vegetables as beep toys. The next day, they had us help them with their backyard garden. They were growing rows of carrots and cucumbers. My boyfriend kept asking me why I was so quiet, and I didn't have the heart to ever say why." Aggressive Cat replied, "My story is not quite that bad, but my friend asked me to help with their home computer because it was getting screwed up. In the process of cleaning out all the viruses, I opened a folder with a lot of data in a weird place. It was their parents' beep picture stash. Same issue where getting invited over for dinner was horrific. You just can't look a 50-year-old woman in the eye after seeing her in a bikini gimp suit getting viciously whipped by her husband while the family dog watches in the background. Coincidentally, how I confirmed it was not strangers, but his parents. Beep anonymity. This is my main account, and it was your parents' Mikey."
If you enjoy our channel, we'd love to invite you to become a member. Joining is easy. Just click the join button on our channel homepage or beneath any of our videos. Your support means the world to us, and as a member, you'll gain access to exclusive perks and content. Thank you for being part of our community. We look forward to welcoming you as a member soon.